morning, my friends, and thank you for coming again to shave with me on Rich Shaves. I'm Rich. Today's shave is brought to you by Saponoficio Versino Opuntia, Opuntia ficus indica. Indica? I found out last night. I looked that up. Opuntia ficus indica is a Central American. It's a prickly pear. That's just the scientific name for prickly pear. That's indigenous to Central and the southern part of the United States, but it's all over the world now. It's almost considered an invasive species, but it's good to eat and stuff. So most people, from what I was studying about, they don't seem to mind it being an invasive species. That's just what it is. I forgot to talk about today's blade too. Today's blade is a treat especial. I think you guys will enjoy this. I'm using the Injector today. I'm using the my M adjustable, and I'm breaking into a stash I have of the old Personna tungsten steel injectors, number 74. I have several of these lying about, and I was reading about them a little bit. Somebody mentioned, there was a mention of it in an article, and I opened the package, and they were trying to fuse together. There's still oil in them, keeping them separate, but the oil is drying out and they're getting hard to get them apart. I had a heck of a time getting the blade out. So I thought to myself, and I said, yes, maybe I ought to start using those before they become useless. So these things are renowned for their longevity. And by gum, their sharpness, holy crap. My stars. That's a sharp blade. Well, sharper than the Chinesium that I'm used to using. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Holy guacamole. It's like I stuck a feather in my, let's try this little bit down here. It's kind of going against the grain down here, and my pre-shave had dried up, and it just slid right through it. Holy moly. We'll see. I have 2 packages of the Injector, which would be 22 blades, and then I have three packages of the double edge. They've just been lying about. I picked them up at an auction somewhere. And someone says, oh, they don't make those anymore, so I just didn't use them. Tungsten steel, I guess, is real hard. And they decided that they didn't want to put themselves out of the blade business. Kind of like if Willy Wonka went and sold nothing but everlasting gobstoppers, eventually he wouldn't be able to sell candy. So I guess it makes sense not to make a blade that lasts way too long. But boy, the sharpness they put on these things. That's amazing. My intergalactic space cube laying under the Opuntia, doing its job. Doing a cool water lather. And very refreshing. That and the menthol is doing its job from the cube. The Opuntia, the Fica indica, the common southern prickly pear, is a used for silage. Animals eat it, and of course it's an edible plant. It's a succulent, like a cactus. I don't recall as I've ever eaten any. But I do remember my mom having some planted about the house at some point. Not here in Ohio, but when we lived overseas. My goodness, what would happen if I dialed up the number here? Let's take it up to 5. Let's see what that does. A little sensitive spot for me is right here, and not so bad over here. I nicked myself real good at one point in my ill-fated adventure with the Micromatic. I tell you guys, they're still selling these 74s on Amazon. Somebody must have got a train car load of them or something, and you can get them on Amazon. I'm not gonna say it's the cat's meowing that you gotta go get you some, but I'm pretty impressed for the first few strokes. We'll see how long they last. But I thought it was impressive that something that's been discontinued for 35 or 40 years is still available on Amazon. That's where I got my second package of these. It's on its way. Should be here tomorrow or the next day. I'm hoping it's not all dried up like this one is. But the box is sealed. It's not like a tongue and groove kind of a thing. The box is glued shut, so I had to break the seal on this box. Which for a collector would be, oh my God, you just defiled it. But I do buy stuff to collect, but you gotta use them. Got an interesting letter in the mail. Yeah, day before yesterday. Electric company, they installed some new fangled meters so they can kind of in real time see how much electricity I'm using. And so they said last week ending of the 27th of April, they said on Saturday morning between midnight and 1 o'clock on Saturday morning, you used 20 kilowatt hours of electricity. Well, if you guys remember, my power was out from 7 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning from Friday to Saturday morning, so I guess some ghost came creeping into my house and used up all my electricity without turning on any lights or firing up anything heating. So I called them, and the lady on the phone assured me that these mailings are information only, but I'm holding on to them along with the receipt from the locksmith and pictures that I took proving that my power was out, so that they should come back and try to bill me for this 20 kilowatt hours is about half of what I use in an entire month. I've been averaging about 45 kilowatt hours a month in electricity, because I got everything is LEDs, use gas heat. So essentially, there is no way on God's green earth that I should have used that much power. So when the next bill comes out, I'm going to be looking at it pretty careful. I tell you guys, I'm in Grailville, provided I don't have any irritation. Let's do this with no cutaway. At least to the little zing there. Nothing outside the ordinary. That's going to dry down to BBS, which I would expect from a Injector. I mean, this thing is an amazing razor. It's cold water rinse. the lather bowl and then here. Break out the witch hazel. Feel myself up a little bit here. Yeah. I don't think you could ask for too much more than that. Just a little spot here. And that's my skin, that's not whiskers. And a few drops of the serum. A little on the 5 head. Oh, I'm gonna smell pretty. Well, I'm gonna call it. I got a pretty darn good shave today. Using the Sacrificio Personna Opuntia with the matching aftershave. We lathered ourselves with the Omega Boar. This is still a very able latherer. We finished up with our Thayers. And of course, the star of the show today was the Chic Injector Type M using the Personna 74 tungsten steel vintage blades. I'd say if you guys can find some, like I said, you can get them on Amazon still for some reason. I'm not sure how or why, but I saw them there and I ordered another package so that I could, says, well, I don't feel so bad about opening this one because I've got one coming. That's all I have for today. Thank you for coming to visit, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. In the meantime, visit us on the boards at the Shaving Cadre. There's always something fun going on. We need to find 3 new members, and then one of our fearless leaders, Chad, is going to shave his legs for the summer. He's going to the beach. He wants to wow the gang with his beautiful gams, and I mean, we'll just have to enable him to do that. And we will see you next time. Bye bye now.